and gentlemen, how are you doing out there? This is Intergalactic Interviews, and this is episode, what, Mike?
It's 88?
88. This is the Eric Lindros show, and we're here to, not really.
Tentatively 88.
Not really. Like, Eric Lindros is here? Yeah. Yeah, he took a break from concussions to come here. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this is Intergalactic Interviews. I'm joined here always with my co-host. He's a fantastic guy, ladies and gentlemen, Michael Saavedra. And I'm also here with the fantastic, the flexible, the sexual Chris Martin, a.k.a. C-Mart. Ladies and gentlemen, he's fantastic. He's right there. Yeah, big hand wave. And before we get to our guests today, who are just friggin' fantastic, we are going to let you know about something that's amazing that's happening right now in the Lower Mainland. If you are finding yourselves in Vancouver or the Lower Mainland and you want to check out an isolation tank experience, we recommend Floathouse. Floathouse.ca. Go there right now and check out how amazing and beautiful these facilities are. Super, super beautiful, really clean, really tranquil, really relaxing. You get your own room, it's like a private spa for your mind. It's awesome, you know. I've been saying this for weeks, but it's funny how many times people will watch the show afterwards and tell me, like, hey, I want to check out floating. What's it like? I always hear about it. It's super cool. It's like one of the most rewarding experiences you can give yourself. And you know, if you want to check it out and you want to get 20% off your first float, simply use our podcast promo code IIPodcast, and you'll get 20% off your next float. And you can do so at floathouse.ca. Now, that being said, all the business out of the way, this is a lovely facility we're in, and it's awesome because we float. You guys
fantastic.
Float. It's awesome. Our guest today, fantastic. Got a lot of slashes to their name, as it seems it always is. To my immediate left and Saavedra's farther immediate left, we have the lovely, the talented, the illustrious Hayley Beamish, and comedian, fantastic, amazing, and we have comedian, documentary, aspiring creator, creationist, visualist. He didn't tell me how to introduce this, so I'm just going to make it up. But
it's doing good.
Yeah.
Doing good.
Please give it up for the wonderful Cameron Kennedy as well.
Let's give
them both a round of applause. Yeah. There you go. Hurrah. And I'm going to pour you guys some Jack Daniels because...
that's how we're starting today.
Yeah. When this episode comes out, it'll be my birthday. So, and it'll already have been C-Mart's birthday. So I'm going to pour a little Jack Daniels, and we'll see what happens. So, how are you guys doing today? You having a good day?
Doing pretty well, yeah.
That's pretty nice. What is your documentary about, Cameron? What are you doing?
I'm making a documentary about binge drinking culture. How we tend to overindulge in drinking at every opportunity we can.
Yeah, I wonder what that's about.
No idea what that's about right now. Here, let me pass these around. 1, 2. Here, we'll just push these out into the atmosphere in the neighborhood. Yeah,
I'm not that big a fan of consuming alcohol.
Just this guy. Saavedra, I believe C-Mart once described himself as a specialist, and that's definitely Saavedra. He's a drinking specialist, good guy. How about a toast? Toast to friends new and old. Some are silver, some are gold. Just like Jack Daniels. Let's drink this up. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. Okay, boom. Have a little glug of that. Oh, I finally feel balanced. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, how you doing? Hayley, the fuck? It's been a long time coming.
Yeah, it has.
It's been a long time coming.
Way too long.
Do you remember how we met?
Yeah, we met outside the Railway Club. And, yeah,
Rest
I think
in
we,
peace.
talked for, rest in peace. I think we talked for about, 20 or 30 minutes before I actually, revealed that I did stand-up. Yeah. I was, hanging around with these other comedians. They're like, oh, yeah, I do this, and I have these shows coming up. And they're all just like, Hayley, you do stand-up. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, you were just we're like, oh, yeah,
Yeah.
you know, yeah.
Yeah, I'm humble.
Actually, Sparling was, that was the same day I met Stephen McNeil and Alex Sparling. Yeah, all on the same day.
That's a lot of people.
Big day.
Big day for comedy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I had just done down the road at the old location. I had just finished. I think Brett Martin was on the show, or Shane Clark. I can't remember who. But I walked up the road and all I heard yelling down the road was this guy who ended up being Sparling. I had no idea. Was yelling, "Hey you! yo, you want to see some comedy tonight? And I guess this is how you guys were like vocal flyering the block.
Yeah, that's pretty much all we do. It's like we can't like afford to like make copies of flyers, so we just yell at people.
It was fucking
I mean,
hilarious.
that works.
Yeah,
That works.
But the thing was, he was yelling at me mid crosswalk, and so suddenly I don't make it to the other side of the crosswalk, and I just walk down the middle of the street after he yells at me. Sparling tells me afterwards, he's like, "Oh fuck!" He's like, "I grabbed my wallet." Because he's like, what the hell's going on here? Like, because I just beelined right to
You
where
thought
you
you
guys
were
are.
gonna rob him?
Or just like that, you yelling at me, bro?
Oh, okay.
He's from the knife, you know?
Yeah, and he's really skinny. Like, I could see why.
He's from the deep north.
Yeah.
Not like the deep south that I wipe my brow. God damn.
You gotta get some handkerchiefs, son.
Yeah, somebody tells me
Enough
this
paper towels. It's not gonna work out.
recycled paper isn't doing it for
Oh.
me. Yeah.
Gross.
Yeah, that's fucking gross.
It's gonna
there,
look
buddy.
red on the fucking forehead now.
Oh, no.
Just go to the gym and like get to the point where they give you the free towel and then just walk away.
You could have just left it at go to the
Yeah,
gym.
they have towels here.
Also
Like,
that.
it's
I don't
like,
condone
if any
going to
place
the gym.
has towels, it's a float house.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I should call for a towel right now.
Like towel
That'd be cool if we had
central.
towel service right now.
Ooh.
Towel service.
Those guys are definitely bringing us a towel.
Hot towel. Hot towel. The fuck is this saying? Oh, but yeah, I ran down the middle of the road and Sparling grabbed his wallet, and then I introduced myself and I was like, "What are you guys doing?" You're like, "Comedy tonight here." I was like, "I just had a comedian on my show. You have a podcast?" Yeah, and then we ended up knowing a bunch of the same guys, and yeah, Hayley stood there just taking it all in for a good 20 minutes, and then I was like, "You're invited to come on the show too sometime if you want," and you're like, "Oh." I'm like, "Wait, are you a comic?" And you're like, "No." And then everyone jumped in and emphatically and was like, "Actually, yes. Yeah, she's very funny. She's awesome." So, how's it going? I have a little piece of news for you.
Oh, yeah?
Unbeknownst to you, there's no way you could have known this. So this is a reveal for you today. You posted something on social media a few months ago about finding aluminum-free deodorant.
Yes.
Now, despite my sweating right now, I have most of my situation in check. However, my fiance was also on the hunt for this exact same search you were looking for. And I read out your status to her. I read your statuses out in my household more often than any time. I'm just like, this is
so nice.
fucking hilarious. So they're very often relatable. So I read out the thing you said about this one from, what's it called? What's the name of this company?
Routine cream.
Routine
Yeah,
Cream.
oh, that stuff is a godsend. I love that shit. I've become like, it's weird, like, I was on this, like, really long journey to find, like, an effective natural deodorant. So, like, in turn, I've kind of become, like, a bunch of people's, like, deodorant guru.
Yeah,
kind of.
totally.
Yeah, like, I put in all the legwork and, like, found out what, like, works and what doesn't work, so.
She literally threw up her hands one day, and my fiance was like, there's just nothing out there. Because she tried one, and it sucked. It was like, these natural ones.
Oh, like that, like, did you try that, like, salt crystal one or something?
I don't know if I recall the brand exactly, but it sucked. And, like, she was
Yeah.
like, smell this. And I was like, that's gross. And then she was like, well, I'm on the hunt, whatever. So I think she went back to just, like, the Huge, the Lady Speed, maybe,
Yeah.
And when I read out the one you said, she immediately ordered a sample, like, because they offer free samples,
Yeah,
right?
well, they're like $3 or something, but you can but it's still pretty good. You get it like.
Now, what is exactly the benefit of this?
She was thinking about it right there in that moment. She was
How much does natural deodorant cost?
It's.
per bar?
It's
It
expensive, isn't
comes
it?
in
It
like,
has
it comes
to
in
be.
a jar, and it's like it's.
It comes
it's
in a
not-
jar.
It's a jar, and you have to like it's a bit like it's kind of hard to get used to if you're used to just like using like a stick of it because you have to actually like rub it in and stuff. But
So you like scoop it out with your hand
yeah,
and just like kind of
you have to use
give
like
it a little tap.
pea-sized amount and then just like rub it in.
You're really
And-
skating along how much this costs. If the sample
Okay, well,
$3.
it's like it's like $28, but it lasts about like 3 to 6 months. But it like it's, if you want to you want quality, you gotta pay a little
I
more.
do
Yeah.
love that aluminum though.
Yeah,
Like, see,
I mean, what cost can you put on your health? Like really?
That's true. Who's the guy that wrote the 4-Hour Body? Do you know what I'm talking about? 4-hour work week.
Not familiar, but
4-hour work week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's his name? I forget his
I
name.
forget. Yeah.
He said he once famously said that there's no such thing as a free biological lunch, and by that he means like anything you take to stop something, like in this case, say like commercial deodorant, for women especially, if you're taking that kind of chemical compound daily on your skin, yeah, it's going to have an adverse effect, possibly give you breast cancer, possibly give you other forms of cancer, skin cancer, whatever. Like it'll happen because like it's like the human body wasn't meant to have aluminum applied to it every single day.
Yeah, exactly.
Or trace
Everyone's
amounts
like,
of
oh,
it.
it's so expensive, and I'm just like, I don't know, if I like, end up getting sick from this, I want to be like, oh, good thing I saved all that money. Like, what does it matter?
You can just spend it all on
And
chemo.
also,
right?
probably not supposed to drink that Jack Daniels all the goddamn
Probably
time
not
either.
supposed to drink Jack
I
Daniels.
think it
every
evens
day,
out,
boys.
like,
Cut
use
out
that
the
natural
aluminum.
deodorant. I can just drink like a fish without a care in the world.
Hilarious. That would be awesome, yeah. I don't ever get hungover, though. So I don't know.
It's funny, actually, it wasn't this float house in particular, but the first time I ever went for a float, I was like just like super hungover, and like I probably didn't really get the full effect just because I felt like I was about to die. But
What do you mean, like, how hungover were you? Like,
I like almost threw up in the tank. That's how hungover I was. And like if I didn't know, like,
Jesus.
I lost track of how long I was in there, so I got out like 5 minutes earlier, and like, which in hindsight was a good thing. But I was like in the lounge just like chilling out and like drinking some like ginger tea to try to settle my stomach, and I'm like, uh-oh.
Yeah, see
Yeah.
that experience for floating is, probably the exception. Not the
Yeah,
rule.
yeah, I should have done that.
Yeah. But what you're describing though, like if you're basically expelling toxins from your body from like as delicious as it may be, I'm just saying with no
Yeah.
camera on me at the moment, but like as delicious as it may be. If you're expelling these kind of toxins from your body and then you climb into a completely sensory deprived atmosphere, yeah, you might be like having a medium time, like less than medium. It's
Yeah, it probably didn't help the whole like being weightless, kind of just like just bobbing up and down, like.
Well, you know what's something I never get? I always hear people talk about all the time. Do you get this, Mike? When people talk about the spins, I've never had that in my life. I drink
Neither have I.
pretty frequently, and I've never had this. I don't know what it's like. People describe it as like you lay down and it feels like the whole room is spinning, right? Like the
Oh, yeah.
room.
Never
Oh,
happened to
yeah.
me.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Actually, I really rarely get hungover. Like, it happens the odd time, but like, it kind of makes people mad that I can just like get like completely tanked and just like wake up and be like, oh, I have a slight headache, and it's just everyone thinks I'm just gonna be like completely dead. But it's
Yeah.
like, I'm like, oh, I have a general malaise.
That's a good way to describe it.
Mm-hmm.
I usually wake up and clean, like some kind of.
Do you ever like wake up and your like
Sociopath.
room's clean and your like clothes are like neatly folded
Yeah.
beside your bed? Like, yeah, that happens to me all the time. It's like drunk Hayley really has her shit together.
Exactly, yeah. I was coming back from a wedding this weekend and woke up after not remembering really getting into the hotel, and my suit was finally hung. Maybe better than I actually brought it there.
Perfectly pressed,
perfectly.
all the pleats and
I was like, wow, someone ironed this perfectly.
What, did you leave it outside your door? Or something like
I put it between the mattresses and it flattened out. Like there's some stupid shit like that. No, I'm always impressed with drunk me. I always do pretty good pre-planning. C-Mart's shaking his head. He's like,
Yeah.
how could you possibly ever be proud of what you do? I don't know. This is all kind of strange and whatnot. I just want to ask a couple questions. Just let's get into this. Just
Okay.
really cash.
Why not?
I feel happy sharing my my birthday basically with you guys.
yeah,
Technically.
glad to do it.
Ah,
Yeah.
You guys didn't know that sitting down, so that's fine. You're like, yeah, Cameron, you
I don't
dressed.
know, like my like Facebook creeping game's like pretty strong, so
Is it?
well, yeah.
Isn't it your brother's birthday today?
It is my brother's birthday today.
Oh right, yeah, that I knew.
Big shout out to my brother Jordan. He plays in a band called North Shore. Actually, that's something, Hayley, we share in common is that we come from a family in the industry, right?
Oh, yeah.
Cam, do you have siblings in the entertainment business?
I mean, I have cousins that rap.
Cousins that rap. Is that? I want to push that mic towards you, but I don't have the dulcim length to do so. Yeah, there you go. You got this. There you go. You have cousins that rap?
I do.
Are they local or otherwise?
Yeah, you, I think, know some of them.
Okay. What? Who is your cousins?
Giuliano Jack.
No shit. Juliana's your cousin?
Yes, and Nat, and all those guys.
And Nat?
Yeah.
You're cousins with the Jack family?
I am indeed.
As I sip Jack.
It's-
Well, I gotta tell you, I'm pretty impressed with that. That's pretty good.
It's so weird. Before, like, I kind of had a tie with him because one of his cousins is like a piercer / tattoo artist, and he actually pierced my sister once, like years and years ago, way before I met Cameron. So,
Really?
yeah.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
no, I
Oh, you're-
tipped him with bubble gum.
You're talking about Ryan Jack.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, yeah. Ryan's been doing tats for a while now. Eh? He's actually. I remember when he started doing them, and I was like checking out some of the pieces he was putting together, and he's doing real well for himself. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know you were cousins with Giuliano though. That's pretty wild. Yeah, I produced a couple songs off Giuliano's last. He split an EP with James H. That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I didn't know that. Yeah, and you know what? I'm a big fan of Lucid Afterlife, obviously. So there's like a big connection here I didn't even know about. And now we're sipping Jack. God
Yeah.
damn! Look at us.
And somehow I finished mine already before everyone else.
Oh, let me
Yeah.
top you up
oh,
there.
thank
Hey,
you. Yeah.
hey, let me top you up.
I'm
One
like,
second.
oh, I don't even like whiskey. I'm not even gonna drink this.
No.
I'm like, oh, it's all gone.
True fact, though, if you look back in the video, I've already poured everyone another one. So that's okay. Here you go. Boosh.
you.
Enjoy that. By the way, sometimes when I pour Jack for other people, I pour it like I drink it. So I'm like, here's a common Jack shot for you, and everyone's like, okay, not driving tonight. And you're like,
We might have started at a brewery.
Yeah.
Did ya?
Yeah,
Which
we
brewery?
were hanging out with his mom.
this is Saavedra's total angle here. What?
It's my game. Wow,
Yeah.
which brewery? At?
I settled for a Main Street Brewery.
I was there on Friday night. Yes.
That's such a good plug for Main Street. Like, I settled for Main Street Brewery.
Yeah. Putting in a shift there, Mike. What? Where were
When
you?
Brass Neck's too busy.
I was drinking with a bunch of people from Portland on Friday night.
Oh, this guy.
The Timbers Army.
Ooh.
Oh, boo.
Aboo.
Well, he's
Aboo.
Michael's a card-carrying member of the Rain City Brigade, and
Yes.
former Southsider actually. But
Let's not talk about
let's
that.
not talk about that.
They're not-
RCB.
I mean, we've been to every Whitecaps game this season at
Have you?
home. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
I'm a season ticket holder there, so it's I'm also there all the time.
This.
Hanging
You
out
guys
with the
just
Portland
became
Timbers, yeah, on
Best friends.
Friday and Saturday this week. Yeah.
Did you?
It's good.
So what the
good.
fuck? You guys all drink at Main Street breweries and go to the Whitecaps game.
Yeah, I'd never been to a Whitecaps game till I started dating him, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a huge.
Oh, we should mention that you guys are dating.
Oh yeah, we're a thing.
Yeah, no one even knows. Oops. Yeah, there you go. There you go. It's fine.
Yeah.
Spoiler.
You're a thing.
Is that a spoiler?
Oh, this is
Yeah.
a big grand reveal. First public display right here. No, you guys.
That's weird.
How long you guys been dating?
6 months.
6 months today?
Like
Spent
in
a
like a
week?
week. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, no one really. Yeah, no, like, we've been together 5.5 months. Like no one cares. Like just round up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I thought you guys were spending your anniversary with us. I was
No.
like, okay. Smart choice, Cam, you know?
Might as well.
That's right, yeah. Pretty romantic.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, I want to hang with a bunch of guys and drink
I mean, this
Jack.
room is quite tranquil.
Yeah.
Other than the smashed window.
Don't even act like I don't take you to float houses.
Yeah.
right.
Oh no!
Ooh.
And later
Boom.
we're gonna go buy ant traps. So sick. I wish that was a joke. My place has ants.
So many ants.
So many ants.
What kind of ants?
Just regular kind.
You just like
just
eating
household.
chips
I don't know,
violently?
like-
Like, is this
Yeah.
like an Archer situation where it's just like
Yeah.
that's how you get ants?
Do you wanna
Like,
get ants?
Yeah,
That's
no, I'm
exactly
pretty
how
sure
they got
there's
ants.
like I'm pretty sure there's like half a sandwich under my bed or something. Like,
my God.
I
Fair,
eat
it's
in
fair,
bed a
it's fair.
lot. Like I mostly eat in bed.
Do you have a lot of crumbs happening?
Yes.
Eating toast. No
No,
plate,
like
no
crackers,
fucking
yeah.
nothing.
Sorry.
What do you think that stems from? Is it the lack of counter space or something?
Well, I think
I mean, the
I'm
guy
used
is
to
making
like
a documentary about
I'm
drinking.
used to living in. I think I'm just like really used to living in places without like dining room tables, and I do have one now, but I just am so used to like not having anywhere to eat that I'm just like ah.
Let me ask you this. What's on your dining room table right now?
There's like a bowl of fruit.
I think I might have
And-
found your problem. You
Crumbs?
might have ants on your bowl of
No,
fruit.
they're coming from my room. They're
Oh,
like
okay.
definitely coming from my room.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Have you ever been bitten by like fire ants, carpenter ants, or anything like that?
No.
It's pretty wild. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Can't say I recommend it.
Oh, we were at
Go buy some ant
yesterday.
traps.
We were at Van Dusen Gardens, and there was like we like wandered off, and there was this like fire ant area or something like fire ant containment. field
What?
or- Yeah, there's like a fire ant section of Van Dusen Garden.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Isn't it like a like a garden. It's like
Yeah,
not,
it's a big.
It's a
big, huge
gigantic garden.
Yeah.
I guess, is it regulated? Like, is it like roped off?
There's
Yeah,
little
there's, like-
signs that say don't go in here.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Why would they even let that happen?
I don't know.
It's nature. They preserve.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I'd be like, okay, this is an awful situation. Why do we have it still, is what I would ask. This is pretty dumb. Van Dusen, though, is that the biggest one in Vancouver?
It
it's-
must be. It's.
I think it's like the
pretty
only
huge.
botanical garden in
There are
Vancouver.
3 or 4.
Yeah, and we're gonna go to all of them.
Is that right?
The other thing, I went to 4 Whitecaps games, and there are 4 botanical gardens. So
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a fair shit. That's the whole exchange, the share trade? No?
Yep.
Cam's like, no.
Yes.
No.
I never officially agreed.
You know, there's
to go to-
17 games played at home in the season.
I'll figure
We're gonna
something
run out of
Couple,
gardens.
couple more than that.
We'll go to like
No, at home.
okay, there's gardens
17
and
now.
there's craft fairs and there's farmers markets. Like I will find 17 things to do. Like don't you worry.
I was at a Whitecaps game a couple of weeks, like a month ago maybe.
Yeah, about a month.
Yeah, what game was that?
It's at Houston.
Houston. I got given tickets, like these front row crazy fucking tickets right behind the warm-up area for the Caps. So unbeknownst to me, I went there. I had one of my artists with me, a good guy, Maka was with me, and we were sitting there talking intently about like the next project we're doing and all this shit. So I had no idea. But then the guy who gave me the tickets told me afterwards, it was like, hey man, you were like on camera like a lot, and it just every time the camera panned to you, you were just like emphatically like just moving your hands up and down wildly, and like it looked like you were giving this guy like the business basically. But it was like oh fuck, I had no idea. I was totally unaware that was even like, because I don't know, soccer pitches are usually like you don't see the front row sometimes, like for the way they shoot things, it's like usually pretty tight, and I don't know, it was weird. But that was the one game I went to this year. I love fucking Whitecaps. They're the only Vancouver team I actually cheer for in this area.
Yeah, it's actually really fun. Like I didn't think I was gonna like it like the first game I went to, but like yeah, it's
Do you chant?
not yet. I've learned like I've learned the Whitecaps song, but I don't.
Which
I
one?
don't.
The Boundary Road one?
Oh, which one's that?
That's the one.
You probably learned the white is the color.
Yeah,
soccer
that's
is the
one.
game.
What's
Yeah.
white is the colors?
White is
How's this go?
color, soccer is a game. Yeah.
What?
It's-
What? Okay, you guys all know something I don't. Please tell me.
They play a video at the beginning. There's actually an old EP you can get on vinyl that's white is the color, and it was like they recorded it with the old Whitecaps back in '79. That was our stadium anthem and has been played for years and years.
So it starts the games?
Yeah,
come
yeah.
on.
It starts game. And there's all these chants, and like a lot of them are like to the tune of popular songs. Like there's
Right.
one that's like to the tune of "We're not gonna take it." Like we're Vancouver
Whitecaps.
Whitecaps. Yeah, and it's just and like
Little
people will
Twisted
like
Sister, yeah?
yeah,
Okay.
and people will like hand out like song sheets so you can like do all the chants and stuff. And
That's, I remember my first time ever. I won a bunch of tickets from like Beer Craft or something like that, and I went and I had no idea what to expect. And Mike was there, and our tickets happened to be just right next to that supporter group at the time, and it was just fucking chaos. Like literally,
Well, that's because you came during a Seattle Sounders match.
that's true. That was my very
Nice.
first game. So I was with my lady, and I was walking up down the stairs. Yeah, spit. Yeah, Steve Kitchen, spit. He always spits. What a dirty taste. When you walk through the initial part of the gates there, and the signs in the supporter section, they're like, there's standing, waving, chanting, flags. If this is not good for you, speak to an attendant or something. So I'm just like,
I hate enthusiasm.
right? You know, so I was pointing
How
this
dare
out.
you have fun?
Do you need an adult?
Dude,
Yeah.
smile on my face just so wide. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so excited. Because I'm a huge hockey fan, and I go to the hockey games here, like when the Habs play. I'm a huge Habs fan. And when I watch the Habs play, it's like, it's basically a home game for the Montreal Canadiens because no one in Vancouver cheers. And then like when they do cheer, it's so like golf clappish, and and I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that'll be like, fucking Vancouver, we're doing really good, boy. You've never seen the tall whiteout shit. It's like, all right,
That's crap.
I'm not talking about you guys in the playoffs when everyone's excited. I'm talking about like game 36 of the regular season and like, December or some shit.
There's only one sporting atmosphere here in Vancouver.
the best one.
The only one.
The only one.
That's why the
BC Lions.
The
BC Lions.
The Lions held that stupid banner. They put that banner up.
Yeah, controversy in Vancouver.
Unbelievable.
BC Lions put up.
Real football starts June 28th.
I can't believe they wrote that.
A break.
Real football.
My dad covers the Lions. So I was like, yeah.
Does he? What
Yeah, he works for the Sun, yeah, and he's on the Lions beat. So like when I actually like lived at home, it was just like all Lions all the time.
Really?
Yeah.
So you got like fucking Wally Bueno there. On
Oh
the,
yeah, Wally
speed
Bueno
dial.
hates him.
Just write about him all day. He's like, fuck you.
Yeah, no, I think my dad, yeah, apparently like my dad's made a lot of enemies just because like, you know, he tells it like it is. He used to be on the Canucks beat, but he got kicked off for just like, you know.
Your dad sounds like a maverick.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's a badass.
Badass journalistic maverick.
Yeah, but he's like the most like mild-mannered like guy you'll ever meet. But once he like, you know, he was like put a pen in his hand.
Once he opens up Microsoft Word,
Yeah.
it's game on, right?
Yeah.
I understand that. Okay. Yeah. You know what? I know your brother too.
Oh, which one? Greg?
Greg. I know
yeah,
Greg.
yeah, everyone knows Greg.
I know Greg from the scene. From like I think I met him in like 07 or 06.
Yeah,
and I
that
think he was
that was a-
young soak or something at the time.
Oh yeah, he's so creamy.
He was like, I met him at
Yeah, it was young, so creamy. The
It's true.
I
That's
know
what
it's
he
bad.
did.
It took me like the longest time before I asked him what his DJ name was.
Jesus, I just broke
Yeah,
something. Okay,
I
go
thought
ahead.
it was gonna be really bad. But yeah, his full rap name was Young So Creamy, the Veloso Rapper.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah, I missed that era. I came in during the Abreve,
Oh yeah, that was like
the Young Soak. It was like I'm Greg Beamish, aka Young Soak, and I was like, okay. I didn't want to ask what the soak was. I just wanted to respect it. We actually met on some Trailer Park Boys shit at the goddamn Legion, like for real.
that sounds about right.
We were Michael and I, to my immediate right here. Saavedra and I were in college, and one of the things we started with our which I think continued up until when the school was sold. I have no idea what the status is now, but our class started going to the Legion for karaoke.
Friend of the show, Mr. Sean Cole was
Friend of the show. Nice use of friend of the show, Michael.
I'm just trying. I'm trying here.
No, you're doing good.
No, friend of the show, Sean Cole, was the one that was like, "Where are you guys going?" We don't know.
Wait, should I do like Sean Cole?
I seem to think
that you'd want to know about a certain event taking
Classic Sean Cole.
Yeah, this is real in captivating.
Yeah, I don't know if you're trying to do Kyle Bottom or if you're trying to do Sean
Kyle
Cole.
Bottom.
I could do.
Can you do Kyle Bottom?
No.
I can do Kyle. Yeah, Kyle. If Kyle said that, Kyle would be like, "My dad would know."
Yeah,
Anyway.
that's really good. Yeah.
That's bang on,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. Sean Cole's more like Sean Cole's a very famous producer and mixer in the city, but he was a teacher of ours for a while. But Sean Cole's like, he's the kind of guy that if you asked him,
beers are 25 cents. There.
yeah, he would
like, okay,
he'd be like,
let's
it's
go.
a very
I
good deal.
Don't even care.
Yeah, he would say like if you asked Sean in class, if you'd be like, Sean, would it be cool if I ran this compressor to this or something like that, like trying to appeal to him. He'd be like, he'd stroke his giant beard and he'd be like, well, you could, not that I would. And like you, instead of saying no, like that's how you would tell you. Like you're just like, oh, okay.
A lot of people, every time people like do an impression of me, like they get the voice right, but they get like my demeanor wrong. They're like, "Oh, I'm Hayley. I hate hate everything," and I'm like, "That's not me at all."
You're like, wow, is that what you're like?
Yeah,
is that how
everybody just thinks I'm just this little like grumpy bear or something, and I'm just like,
She only hates most things.
most
yeah,
things
there's a difference.
all the time, not
Yeah.
all.
There's a big difference.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not everything all the time, just most
I
things. all the time.
heartily dislike things most of the time.
That's right.
Yes.
It's not crazy though when you hear people's impression of you, because the impressions of me. This came up with the kids episode recently. Well, we had kids, rap group kids on the show.
Oh, I thought you meant had actual kids. I'm like, that
yeah.
would have been awesome.
We had a children episode. It went awful. I was like, have some Jack, you little fucks. And
Here, I'll water it down.
yeah,
It's okay.
with spit. You know, they're like, Jesus, this guy's crazy.
It's a weird show.
On his own birthday. Yeah, it's a weird show. But it is YouTube, so
Yeah.
high five, you know. By the way, YouTube episodes are turning out really good. People are really responding well to the full videos, which is pretty cool because we had to test the waters with the Facebook stuff. What was I saying though? We had kids on impressions. Oh, we were doing impressions of rappers we know and trying to like just mimic their flow, and it's ridiculous, right? Because it's kind of weird, but it's kind of like when comics kind of impersonate each other's stuff. Like you're joking around, you're just taking the piss, and it's just funny. It's not like if you were really going around being like, I'm going to do all your material, Hayley, as Hayley. People are like, whoa, it's a real weird theater piece. You know, like it's not like a real thing. But like, I was impersonating myself to them and being like, I know, because everyone who impersonates me is always like, MD, I'm hanging. That's C-Mart's 1,000% impression of me every single time. He's like, MD, I'm hanging out. Anyway, Boomsday. It's like, all right, I get it, guys. And then I feel like Hayley just said, and I was like, I don't sound like that, guys. Do I sound like that? You have my voice right, maybe, but you don't have my true spirit, which is sad now.
Yeah, I'm a lot more positive than people think. They're just like, oh, everything's terrible.
Well, your material is like, I've heard it described as like self-depreciating.
Yeah, it used to be like, it's become less self-deprecating lately. Like before it was just like bad and people would actually like feel like, they would actually like come up to me at show and be like, is everything all right?
Oh my
like,
God.
Do you really feel that way about yourself? Like, no, you're beautiful. And I'm like, they're jokes. But now it's like, it's not, I sort of start to like make fun of other people and like situations more. But like before, I look back at my old joke books and it just like, I thought I had to be like really self-deprecating and I would just like talk about like, oh, like just basically like be like, oh, I'm ugly and no one wants me. And now I'm like, wait, that's not true at all.
Yeah.
Like,
Enter
I do
Cameron.
very well.
Boom.
You know, when you start dating a comedian, you make an agreement that you won't do jokes about each other.
Is that fact? Actually, you guys are the first comedian couple I've been privy to.
I mean, it's like a fact for like 12 seconds.
Oh.
And then you're like, well, jokes are easier if I write about this.
Yeah.
It's like, but you're just a
It's
source.
not like I actually ever make fun of you though. It's just like,
Do you ever use his name on stage?
no.
So it's always just like, my guy,
Yeah.
my BF.
Yeah, I know, and I've dated other comedians, and they'd write jokes about me, but never be like, oh, my girlfriend, and be like, oh, so I was on a date with this girl, and it's just like, really?
And you're like, that's
Really?
me. I'm the girl on the
Yeah.
date.
Also, everyone in the room, because, you know, in the scene, it's just like there's 20 comedians to the 10 audience. So 2/3 of the room knows exactly who you're talking about.
And I have this joke where I announce that it turns out, like, I have this joke where I announce that I'm getting married, then I'm like, say like, oh, but not really. But then like, I say like, I'm getting married, and all the comedians will just look at camera and be like, what?
Yeah.
There's like 12 seconds of me being like, I'm not getting married.
Yeah. That's why you're wearing the suit today.
Yeah.
I'm going to officiate the wedding, too.
Yeah, we're going to buy ant traps, and we're going to get married.
That's just
That's just a good day out.
Yeah.
That's just a good day out.
Everybody's, you
Big
know?
day.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how I'm going to. I just recently got engaged in September. So I'm thinking about the ant trap route. Might be a good route to take, you know?
Yeah.
Got some good things going. I was going to say this. I don't know if you can talk about this because it's so fucking funny and I don't want to bring too many eyes and ears to it. So you can stop me if it's not good.
Yeah.
But you in the past have talked about someone you used to work with or something to that effect. I don't know if it doesn't have to be current. You don't have to make it current or anything like that.
I don't think she'll ever hear it.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Why don't you explain a little bit about what the fuck I'm talking about? Just go ahead. Because I think
believe you're talking about Burning Man coworker.
Okay, so every once in a while I see these social media updates about this coworker that just sounds awful to deal with. Who is it? And well, explain as much as you can without really revealing. It's a she, right?
Yeah, it's a she, and she's a burlesque performer, and she's.
Oh my God.
She's like I don't know if you're like familiar with burners. It's like people who like go to like Burning Man and like different festivals.
Yeah,
and
no,
just,
no,
who just
few.
like who just like do like drugs in the forest and dance and wear like weird costumes.
animal
Not that
stuff.
I look down on costumes, like
Yeah.
I really like them, but like
Do you not?
murders, I don't really.
Have you ever
get behind.
participated in like that, like festival life, basically?
Yeah,
right? Like,
basically. And she does burlesque, and she's really involved in like the kink and fetish communities.
Okay.
And like, so like,
All right.
but she's also like kind of like socially awkward and kind of like she just like is basically like really really chatty, and she kind of like has no like she basically
No
like
filter.
yeah, no, she has no filter, and like so she just talks and talks and talks, and they'll tell me all these like about all like the things she's doing, and like just show me like pictures of her like burlesque performance, and be like, here, look at my ass, and I'm like, yeah, it's
titty
great,
tassels.
like
Yeah.
so happy for you, and she'll just like tell her about all the weird like sex party she goes to, and like
So and you're not interested in hearing that stuff? Is that what it
not
is?
really. Like I try and mind my own business, but she just will get up in my face and just be like, Hayley, look at this, and I'm like, yeah.
How many sex parties is this girl
Lots.
going
So
to?
she like said like just today she said she was like going to some like joint like stagette party for like
The Jack and
yeah,
Jill.
and they said like Jack and Jill, and
I'm
she's
not
like,
a
yeah,
fucking
and then
fan.
like we did all these things, and then like everybody like took ecstasy, and they had this big orgy, and I'm like, oh yeah,
So all the
don't even
groom,
get me started.
yeah, all the groomsmen banged out all the bridesmaids. Is that what
Pretty
happened?
much,
I gotta
yeah.
tell you, I'm not really into the idea of Jack and Jill. That idea was pitched to me by someone that was potentially in the bridal party, and I was like, why? I'm like, well, to be honest with you, I pretty much have like a bachelor party thing all the time, and, and I don't mean like the stripper vibe. I just mean more like the drinking and the camaraderie. It's pretty frequent, especially
Yeah.
like when we do these episodes. It's like, I don't know, man. Like there's no real like, I don't know. I don't ever feel restrained in terms of like, I can't get too fucked up tonight, guys,
Yeah.
or something like that. One last hurrah.
Yeah,
like,
I don't
you
understand
know?
that. Just be like, oh, like it's a one last fling before the ring, or like all that like stuff. Just be like,
Yeah.
I feel like, yeah,
Like unless
just like, oh yeah, well now I can't do these things because I'm married. I'm like, yeah, well like, you probably shouldn't do that sort of thing if you're
Yeah.
like if you're like in a serious
call.
relationship, and like I don't know, it's
Yeah.
just like you feel like, oh, it's like my like I can do whatever I want. It's my last night of freedom, and it's like,
I mean, unless okay, like unless you actually and you have this sincere conversation with your partner at the time, and you say, look, we're getting married, we're just gonna go off, and on our nights we get to have one last rock, just bang out, and it's free off the deck, off the, you know, we're just free and clear. Unless you have that conversation and both parties are willing, that'd be crazy. That's the only thing that can happen.
yeah.
I don't think that that's like even, I don't know. It's weird. It's weird that we have this like accepted level of like, it's almost like sexual assault almost, because you're like, we're going to invite some girls, ogle them, you know?
Yeah, or like I'll see this like
touch them. You're
I
like,
don't-
weird.
Like, have you ever seen, I don't know, like, party supply stores and, like, dollar stores? They have all these, like, bachelorette party, like, accessories.
Yeah.
And they'll have these things, they'll have, like, a dice. You know those, like,
They'll-
dice that have the things, like, you roll it and it'll tell you what to do, and it'll be something like kiss a stranger, or, like...
Yeah.
And it's just like, what?
Like
that's-
bachelorette scavenger parties. And it's like, dance with an ugly guy.
Worst.
12 points.
Worst.
Oh, it's terrible.
So then some poor, you know,
That's how I get all my dances.
that's right. Big Cam over here. You're a sharp looking fella. Why wouldn't you you know what? You'd get the dance and then they take a good look at you and be like, points revoked. Too sharp looking. They wouldn't give those points away.
Handsome as-
And then you know what? You'd win because you got the dance
Yeah, he's
and you're not the
he can
ugg.
cut a rug. That's what...
Is that true?
That's
He-
one of the many
Cutting
things I like
rugs,
about
huh?
him.
Yeah?
I'm very good at renos.
He's a good dancer. Oh yeah, no, he's good at yeah.
Mostly stairwells. Yeah. I'm like,
He
oh,
can
okay.
tear up a rug in like several ways.
Like a phone book.
Yes.
Okay. Can you actually dance?
I mean, enough.
He's willing to dance. I don't care like the fact that like, you know, he will do it. Like I don't really care how good he is. But like, you know, you got rhythm.
Let's see, your last name is Kennedy. Is that your real last name?
Yes, it is.
That's an Irish fucking name, isn't it?
I have the most Irish name in the world.
You do.
It's like Cameron Allen Kennedy.
Are you cousins with James Kennedy? No.
No.
No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding.
He's from Maple Ridge and I'm from Langley, so you know.
Oh, It's all the same to me.
rivalry.
Fuck, no, just kidding. Yeah.
Easy.
No.
Are you from the
Easy.
Ridge or Langley? Was that?
Oh,
Oh,
C-Mart.
wrong side of the river.
Oh, jeez. That's a river throwdown. That's some fucking Archie comic shit right there.
Stay out of Riverdale.
That's right. Are you actually Irish, though?
Part of my family is.
Party family? Your cousins with the Jacks, though, aren't they, like, Italian as fuck?
Yeah, they're super Italian.
They are super Italian. You could tell Italians. I hang out with a couple Italian guys that you can always tell a couple drinks in just exactly their genetic background every fucking time, and it's like pretty much the most safe racist thing I can say, because I'm like, oh, they get super Italian, and it'd just be like, you're like, bro, you know what I'm thinking about right now, bro? What?
Pasta.
Yeah, pasta. You're like, really? What kind? I'm talking angel hair, son. You're like, all right, cool. I'm sorry.
Got that bolognese.
They just get like aggressive
Your
though.
mother's a terrible cook.
Oh Jesus! How you what the fuck you say about my mother?
I'd rather eat ragu.
That's right. Fucking ragu, you fuck.
Well, the sauce don't drip. It don't taste and it don't drip.
It don't. Jesus Christ! And everyone's got like a mama. My mama's fucking. That's just crazy. Is Giuliano's real name Giuliano?
Yeah.
It's not Giuseppe or something.
There's details about that I don't want to like
Oh, okay.
say, but yeah,
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
that's his name.
All right. I don't want to put your family on blast. I'm trying,
No.
trying to
I
have
was
a
just
show.
gonna make fun of him a little bit.
Oh,
but
jeez. He's a great guy. Do you
Yeah,
think
he's a great guy.
do you think he'd take the jokes in stride?
I'd like to hope he would.
We just
I
explained
really
how
hope
super
Burning Man
Italian he is.
coworkers can find out what a podcast is.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Just find out.
Yeah.
It's something like this, but I'm sure it's better. I'm sure it's not. It's it's okay. It's this kind of thing. We've actually been enjoying like a pretty good little run here of like just ever since we have added video and with this new space, we've just been enjoying a pretty good run so far. I think like the next step. I don't know. I brought this up a couple weeks ago, maybe a month ago or so. Last crew episode we had, trying to figure out the next step, because when I was in the last location, I had like the next step in my mind. I was like, the next step we go to will definitely have air conditioning and that kind of thing. Right now I'm like, I don't know. What is the next step?
How can you got nature documentaries on the wall? You got
Yeah, you got like
mood
a
lighting. You got
giant
everything.
doll cake
adjustable
over there.
lighting.
What's adjustable?
Those are the Philips Hue lights.
That's
there,
right, bud.
You got the moss wall.
Yeah.
It's off the chart.
Yeah, the purpality of this room sometimes.
Oh, for God's sake!
pretty amazing.
Here we go with the lights.
But I go out there and I fuck with the iPad, and it's all connected to the lighting system. So it's pretty cool. That's what I was doing while you were patiently waiting in here. It's okay. Let's talk about what's going on lately. What's like, what kind of shows do you have coming up? I think there's some good things on the horizon. Yes,
Yeah.
both of you got things on the go.
I got a few things going on.
What's happening?
Uh,
Michael wants a drink.
well,
He wants a drink. Keep going.
yes, please.
What's the other
Next
thing?
Monday, I'm doing Revel Room in Gastown.
Revel room.
Yeah.
Next Monday?
Yes.
Oh,
What time?
I think like 9.
Hey, we'll be just finishing up here at 9 o'clock
perfect.
next Monday.
Oh, 9 o'clock, and that's
And that's
just
literally right
around
there.
the corner. Yeah, it's right there. Can we come check you out?
Yeah, of course.
We won't heckle. We're good people.
Yeah, no, it's like
We like comedy.
yeah, it's good. And then
We'll text our heckles.
Friends of the show.
No, text them in.
Yeah.
Text them in.
Live tweet the heckles.
Live tweet the
That's
hex.
my favorite. That's my favorite kind of heckling.
Hashtag hey hey. She's like, quit fucking calling me that on video.
yeah, and I
okay?"
think like Revel Rooms actually closed on
She said
Monday,
yeah.
so they're only open for the show. So like everyone there is just there for the show. So it's not gonna just be a bunch of like people who just want to eat and be left alone, had no
Yeah.
idea a comedy show was happening.
Those are the worst.
They're probably
It's
there for
always a
bluegrass
treat.
music. That's what I go to the
Did you guys
room
get
for.
that in music where they just like, oh, there's a show.
Yeah.
Disappointment.
Yeah, in music, I've always found it crazy when they don't turn the TVs off. That is fucking crazy.
I think that used to be the Railways MO there for the last
That
5
was-
years when they when they switched
Yeah.
ownership. They were just confused. They were like, oh, man.
just leave the
Bleh.
snooker on. That was another like
Even the owners didn't know that the shows were going on.
Yeah, I'd be like, you know, doing a random show wherever the fuck, and I'd say like, hey, I don't know who the stage manager is here, the promoter who's going to show up at the very end and just collect money, but if we could just possibly, you know, turn down the PGA for a second, that'd be great. And they'd be like, house TVs stay on no matter what happens. I'm like,
Okay, I'm glad that the
All right.
sports
I
are
can't
playing while there's
compete with the
comedians up there and
PGA.
trying
Yeah.
to trying to watch.
They're like, Tiger's going for 6
I don't even
or
care.
something. I'm like, all right,
The
geez.
weirdest show I was at, there was like just like old Batman cartoons on.
Like, what, the cartoon or like the
Like
actual?
the 90s Batman cartoon was just on TVs slightly to the right. And people were just like,
Wait, from the stage?
yeah.
Oh my God. Just eye-catching. Just enough to ruin the...
I mean, I'm
momentum.
funny, but I can't compete with Batman.
Yeah, no one can.
Jeez,
Like,
is
90s
that
awful?
Batman, that was a classic.
The show was tight.
Yeah, isn't that
Yeah.
actually... Didn't Mark Hamill do the Joker in that?
Yes, he did.
Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's a pretty good one. There's one weird episode of that cartoon I remember watching where it seemed like it was... Like, I know Batman always looked like he got into situations he would never get out of. But this particular one, he was in the Batmobile... and someone had rigged his vehicle to run off a cliff with no brakes or something like that. And he had this mechanic friend. Oh, fucking ambulance. And he had this mechanic friend, this like black guy who looked like John Henry from the Tall Tales thing. Kind of like, I don't know how to explain it. He looked like a black Mr. Clean, basically. And he walks up to Batman in the cartoon, and he was forced to like rig his car to like explode or whatever, or, like run off the cliff with no brakes. And so he walks up to Bruce Wayne or Batman in the car, and he's like, "Yeah, I did some work in the basement, and I just wanted to let you know, should be good to go." And he walks away, and it must have been the shittiest plot hole of all time because Batman starts a monologue to the fucking audience, and he goes, "He would never talk about the basement to me in a car. What does the basement mean? Wait, in NASCAR, basement means, oh, I know what it means." And like, he didn't even explain it. And it was like some code for like some extra brake he installed or something like that. It was the weirdest thing. And that was a Batman episode that someone put money into and actually, possibly on Blu-ray now. I have no idea.
I mean, you gotta remember that everyone, no matter what they do, slacks at their job sometimes.
That's very true. Yeah. This one in
Fair.
particular was a
Fair.
team effort. There was some writers, some voice actors. Voice actors like, you want me to say the basement? Yeah. Should I explain it? No. Okay. Let's,
man,
let's
you
start
get
with
a
like,
walk on
Dietrich
roll, you
Bader's
take it.
Batman. It was like,
Dietrich
I
Bader.
don't want to.
yeah.
Whatever.
I
man,
don't.
you're getting
Okay.
a check.
I guess if you insist. Yeah. That kind of thing. The show has evolved so much. I was listening to a past episode recently just to kind of brush up on some stuff, and we used to do 30 minutes of like random whatever, talk whatever, and then the last 30 minutes was like fan interaction. And I stopped doing that because it became.
It's a good idea.
Is it what? It's a good idea to stop it? You think so too? Well, what happened was like it was cool at first because you get some really weird questions, but then like eventually it became kind of just like pretty generic. I mean, like I think one time we had Alex Sparling on and Devin Alexander, and they asked the listener question was like, "What's your favorite dinosaur?" or something, and
Oh, who could pick just one?
let's just okay. Let me pitch that to you right now. Throw that out of the vault. What's your favorite dinosaur, Hayley Beamish?
Triceratops.
Sweet. I think actually that's my favorite. When you watched The Land Before Time, did you realize?
Oh no, I hated Sarah and Land
Did you?
Before Time. I
Did
thought
you
she
realize
was
right away
hilarious.
that she was Sarah because of Triceratops?
Yeah.
I did not
I was,
get.
I was like,
Worst.
I was a pretty
Worst.
sharp. I was a pretty sharp kid. Like I'm just like a very like adequate adult, but I was like I basically was like a
Jesus.
child genius, but I just kind of like grew into myself.
Leveled
kind
out?
of, yeah.
Yeah.
And my like, parents are like, oh, like she's gifted, she's gonna do great things, but no, I didn't.
That's
I
hilarious.
was just a very precocious little girl.
That's funny. You're like, yeah, I peaked like grade
I
5.
did. I peaked at 6.
6.
Yeah, like
I was a grown.
when I was 4, I
man.
knew what arugula was.
Arugula.
Fair.
Yeah.
That's all
Wait a
right.
minute. What is arugula?
Don't ask
a-
this guy. This is the worst eater.
It is a leafy
Where-
green.
ah.
Not a
you
hot
know,
dog.
like are you not a big vegetable eater?
He's not a big
Come close to
anything
that
eater.
mic.
Let's
You don't
just
eat?
put that out there.
What? What do you?
Push
You
your-
get all your like nutrients from the sun?
I mostly, and then it gives me a rash, which is
Okay.
great.
Honey garlic wings.
Oh yeah, we were just
Oh.
recently tonight. I got
Oh.
free wings with my pint, and free drinking this, and
There are 40 flavors on the menu.
And you got salt and pepper?
honey garlic.
Oh, okay, never mind.
It was the
That's
top of
not-
the list.
That's
I was
not
like,
as bad.
Top of
See?
the list of the classics. It's the top of the list on the class. There's again 40 different flavors.
Maybe we should explain the
If
like.
you go to like an ice cream place that has like dozens and dozens of flavors, you get vanilla.
Not always.
I got
Okay,
a couple
good.
sprinkles on top.
Sometimes
I know, and if
French
French vanilla or vanilla bean doesn't count, it's still vanilla. Like,
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, because, I would definitely I'd be like, look at this Breyer's Rich cream vanilla.
Fucking slap you.
You're like, you didn't get Rainbow Rocky Road or whatever the fuck? I'm like,
Rainbow
no.
Rocky Road.
I don't know. Is that a real thing? It's like a Mario Kart flavor.
Well, no, it could be Rocky Road with rainbow marshmallows, so you might. That could be a thing.
talk about how much bullshit frozen dessert is, though. Like,
Yeah.
this is a real issue for me.
Okay, break this down. I
Okay.
didn't even know. First of all, I didn't know this was an outstanding issue.
Oh, well, you know.
He is an authority on ice cream.
Clearly.
Yes.
I eat a lot of ice cream. No surprises here, but frozen dessert is like not real ice cream.
It's
but
ice creamy.
It was ice cream until someone was like, you can't call that ice cream. And now it's called frozen
What are we
dessert.
talking about? Wait a minute.
It's like not made out of like milk or cream. It's just made out of like various like gums and stabilizers.
Like the blue Breyers
Yeah.
containers.
What? Hold on.
If
I
you
know what
like
I'm
let it
talking about,
melt, it's like turns into like foam.
You
pretty
can just
much.
melt it and then refreeze it, and it's the
Yeah.
same.
This just came up recently where like I'll know
Getting
something
fucking
really
frustrated now.
fucking intricate like like the Panama Papers and I'll get into it and then you'll bring up arugula and I'll be
Yeah,
like what
we're
the fuck is
Gonna
like
blow the roof off of frozen desserts. Like, you need
Yeah.
to know the truth.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
I'm not a fucking idiot when it comes to this stuff. Hold on, where was the last time you had frozen dessert?
Oh, well, I haven't had it in quite some time because I'm not a fool.
I accidentally bought some. I bought this like Rolo frozen dessert, and I had a few spoonfuls of it. I'm like, what is this?
It's like
What is
completely solid, and yet it tastes like it's melted, and you're like, what is happening?
Yeah.
That's fucking strange. What the fuck?
He knows. You gotta get up on
You've
this.
probably eaten. This
You're
is
probably
something.
like
This is
a
something that I
connoisseur.
can picture you eating.
Me.
right now.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Is it like sherbet?
No,
Oh.
sherbet has a place. It's delicious in its own right, but
The way everyone just in unison was so disgusted. They're like, no, it's not sherbet, you idiot.
Get out.
Yeah, fuck. And that's all the time we have. I'm like, just walk
Thanks for
out.
watching.
Yeah, no shit.
Are we gonna go for ice cream after?
We could. We definitely should, actually.
Sweet.
Is there one up the street? C-Mart on a podcast we used to be the fact checker. So if he says there's one up the street, bow.
like
It's
soft peaks.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's
Easy
the one I
there.
was thinking of immediately.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like,
Soft
Easy,
Peaks.
Easy there knows the name. Like, fucking like, oh, is that
Authority
soft?
on ice cream.
Yeah. Soft Peaks up there on 3rd? Yep.
Dude, they put honeycombs in your fucking ice cream there.
Honeycombs.
It's amazing.
I got like
Delightful.
It's amazing.
Himalayan pink salt on mine, which I
Yeah.
thought would be
Wait,
good. I thought it'd
you
be
put
like
it in there?
I thought it'd be like a little like dusting of salt, but it was like big like chunks of rock salt. I'm like, what is
Like these
this?
candles. Like
Yeah,
these
pretty
candles?
much.
Like
it
if
was
you
too
took a
much.
chisel to
Like I
that.
do
Like-
I like salt in my like desserts, like salted caramel and stuff, but this was just way too much. I was very disappointed.
It's weird.
Yes.
Are these really Himalayan salt candles? Is that what Mike and Annie
I've
said
been
when we
telling you that since we got
Look
in
at that
here.
giant one out there. Can you see
Since
that one out there?
we got in here.
There's this giant one behind me.
If we go back multiple episodes, I've said this repeatedly.
You have actually nonstop. I'm just like, well, I'm a fucking prick.
You buy these at Wonderbucks.
I gotta tell you guys, fucking time flies when you're having Jack. And you know what? I'll ask you this: some really good shows coming up. What else can we plug here? Cam, what else you got going on? You got something coming.
I mean,
Bring the masses, they say.
if I'm gonna plug a show, I'm gonna plug June 30th at the Yuck Yucks Comedy Club.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing the Yuck Off, which is a competition of some of Vancouver's finest.
An annual competition.
Yeah.
That's how they weed them out, isn't it?
It is not at all how they weed them out. It's
I
how
thought
you
you like that. It's like I'm like, this is how they determine the best of the best. It's like blood sport.
It is a blood sport for sure. It's like really lets you know that you have no friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's weird about these fucking popularity contests for comic stuff is that, because that's what it is at least until you get to the judged rounds,
Yeah.
right? But it's weird how there's like stand-up comedians full time, like, and by that I mean like you're out there putting in time every week and you're working at it and stuff like that. And then there's like these weird seasonal comics that just
Yeah.
come out of
Ooh.
fucking nowhere. Isn't that weird?
Yeah,
And
they're not popular among like
No. It's
the
like
lifers.
no, because like, and here's what's strange is some of them do manage to like win these things like the yuck off or whatever that, and then they just don't do anything with it, and it makes people that are actually pursuing this like really fucking mad. It makes them so angry.
Yeah, they just like come out during competition season and just like dust off their 5-minute set and like invite their like legions of friends and
Dust it off is the best way to explain it, because it's like the same thing every time.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, he's the funniest guy, he gets all the votes. No, Idion, you brought everyone from accounting. And,
But I have to say, like, I mean, I have mixed feelings about competitions, but I kind of feel like if you can cultivate a large group of friends and actually get them to show up to something that you kind of deserve a prize, like, maybe not like for comedy, maybe just for like a bringer award or something.
That's
like,
right. Like,
You brought the most friends.
Yeah, then maybe that'd be like, you
delightful.
won for your jokes, you won for bringing people. Like, maybe there should just be 2 prizes. Like,
I've always felt the same way about like band competitions, because
Same,
it was
yeah.
the same thing all the time. It's like, oh, they brought 15 friends, and then they all fucked off as soon as their band was done.
Yeah.
That's the worst.
It's weird.
Yeah.
You know, I hosted a 6-week band competition last year, and by God, she was greasy. It was it was
greasy.
It was pretty greasy, but it was a good time. But at the same time, like there's definitely hurt feelings at the end, as there usually is with that kind of thing. But I mean, I'm up there. Actually, I remember one night. This is one thing I can share with you guys. I don't do comedy, but I do MC like a lot of shit, and I was up there just trying to get the crowd medium. Before the bands go out there. Like, when you're hosting music stuff, it's pretty easy. Like, you don't have to really rattle off a lot of shit. It's a lot of cliche. Let's make some noise out there. Like, just some stupid shit. And it was the night of a Canucks game, playoff game. And I literally felt the air out of the building, like just leave the room until they fucking won. And when they won, it was like, oh, it's okay to laugh again. Yeah, it's okay. We can have a good time and drink. But it was fucking hard. I'm up there, like, eating dick for like 10 minutes. I'm like, ooh, it's hard, making me fucking feel bad. Yeah. But then the show went off without a hitch, and that's all we need. So let's plug these dates again real quick here. Revel Room.
Yeah, Revel Room, May 16th and May 20th. Doing a show at 7 Dining Lounge on Broadway, and it's called For Isley Cantina. It's basically just
what's the name of that?
For Isley. Yeah.
For Isley, like
Moss
Isley?
Isley, but like because it's a nerd themed comedy show. It just basically people are just gonna tell jokes about like video games and Magic the Gathering and.
Sweet. Who else is on that bill? Do you know?
Get the full thumbs up from C-Mart
Yeah,
there.
I think actually Kyle Bottom's headlining.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm shocked.
This sounds
Yeah, I know. And yeah, there's the reason like I got asked to do this show is because like the guy who's running it, is a guy named Ed Kanya, and he's like, yeah, you could be on the show. Like, I know you like are really into the Simpsons, because like I do like Simpsons trivia and stuff, and I'm just kind of like an idiot savant. But like I used to do like a lot of.
Mike does competitive Simpsons trivia.
Oh,
Maybe you guys
awesome.
have battled.
I'm a 4-time champion.
Four-time champion.
Yes.
Just casually. Don't want to,
Yeah,
brag
no.
about it. Just humble brag. You're like,
I don't
"Oh,
really have a
full-time."
lot of things to brag about. Like Simpsons
There's
trivia
Whittles.
is basically all I have. But yeah.
Does your belt say Thrill House on it? That would be fucking Thrill Ho.
the socks say
you couldn't
no
put
fool.
house the whole
So,
thing
my
there.
man.
I'm a one-time contributor.
Yeah.
One time.
Hey-o.
Hey.
Nailed it.
Yeah, you're like the guy who like
Bought the
wins a
pitcher.
gold medal in hockey, who like stays on the bench the whole time.
Jesus. That would be PK Subban last year. Hey. Okay.
Ooh.
And I love him. He's a Hab. So,
Yeah.
but that's true.
He's
He
gonna be
played
an
one game.
Edmonton Oiler.
Got a gold medal. He's not going to be an Edmonton Oiler. Go fuck yourself. I hope in a couple weeks you look back on this and feel bad about the life choices you made just now. See, I'd start drinking Jack and start disparaging people around me. I'm like, you know what? Another thing, Mike. Fuck.
Yeah.
Every Monday. It's the
I
same
wanted to
shit.
tell you off for
Yeah.
years.
Yeah, I'm like, and another thing. Let me tell you about how you could correct your life. I'm like, Jesus, don't fucking tell me anything, actually. Okay. Hey, you guys are awesome.
Thank you guys for coming.
Awesome.
We appreciate you guys giving up your time like this.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
Officially friends of the show now, I believe. Yeah. Especially now, because we realized we're not even 6 degrees, but like 2 degrees of separation from like so many angles now. Okay, you guys have to come back on.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Well,
I like how you're like, yeah, Cameron can't speak, and it was like, okay, fine, but
Yeah.
it's worked out nicely.
I was like, Hayley only. And then Cash, I was like, you want to talk about some stuff? Come here, sit down. I'll get you a chair. Boom. Like,
Yeah. No, we're
yeah.
a package deal.
Haley only. And you're like, no, it's good. I actually really want you guys to come back when this documentary is ready. You don't have a name for it yet, though. But
Not yet.
But can we talk about the subject matter real quick?
Oh yeah, it's about binge drinking culture. We actually gave up drinking for New Year's. We planned to do the whole year. We made it 85 days. Spoiler alert.
Only fell a little short of our goal.
Yeah.
What was your goal?
365.
Okay. That's
Okay.
Jesus. Okay.
You know, after a
That's
while,
a
it got really
lot further
easy
than
to
I
be
could ever make it.
sober, and then you're just like bored.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially because we like weren't drinking during the winter, and it's like a lot easier if like summer. You can you can like go like to the beach or like go for a hike or whatever. But when you like can't really go outside, we're just like it's like board games.
4:30 and it's dark. You're like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
this
we're
is
just like,
frustrating for me
do you
just
want
to
to
hear
go
about it."
ice skating? Like, no.
No. That's actually bang on. I don't think I've gone more than a couple weeks at a time. Well, I was on meds once. I had medication.
I went like 4 months, I think. That's probably my longest.
Yeah, I had a crazy sinus infection once, and I did
Yeah.
not drink for a month. Tough month.
Tough month.
Mm-hmm.
But it's even tougher trying to find a way to end the show without telling you guys how awesome you are. So I'll just say it. You guys are awesome.
Oh, thank you.
We love you guys. Would you like to say anything to these? Oh, you know what? We didn't even plug the goddamn social media. How about this?
No.
Let's do it.
Happy birthday to me. Intergalactic interviews.
Brilliant.
I think, yeah, we should end by just like singing happy birthday to you or something, because I can't really think of anything else.
Yeah. We should do the, The Simpsons, where it's like, happy birthday, happy birthday.
You're the birthday,
Yeah.
you're the birthday.
Boy
you're the
or
birthday.
girl.
Boy or girl.
Hey, do you want me to sing you a special birthday song? No, you got it.
You got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Wally. It's Wally.
Yeah. Fuck, man. So good. I want to go to the next Simpsons trivia night, so sort that out, guys.
Yeah, I had to miss
we
the
gotta
last
get-
one because it was his birthday.
Oh, I see.
The sword Curtis on that fucking
Real Sophie's choice.
What's your team
Yeah.
called?
whatever.
You don't have the same. You have a different one.
Oh.
What's
Well,
your team called?
Oh, we change it up
captain.
every. I haven't been. I've
Yeah,
missed
what's-
the past couple ones, so I don't even know if I still have a team or not. I think we may have disbanded in my absence, but
You're the 4-time champ, though. I'm sure you're.
yeah, I wanted
hot
us
free
to have the
agent.
same one. Like, yeah, no, I'm like, I would be an asset to any team.
You're a ringer. You could
Yeah.
probably just throw up an ad on Craigslist. Mm-hmm. You're like 4-time champ, ready for hire. Just wanna let you know.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
That was like their secret weapon.
Yeah, it's like, non-casual encounter. It's a business
Yeah.
situation. Okay. I'm fucking good.
Social media.
Yeah,
Follow us.
Boom, Michael, let them know how they can follow the show, please.
Follow us everywhere on Facebook, Twitter, Stitcher, anywhere.
Instagram.
Anywhere that you can find us.
Instagram, it's all intergalactic interviews. It's all uniform.
Pinterest, YouPorn.
One thing.
You porn. Got a great porn video right now.
Everybody hates our videos because it's just this. They
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure
downvoted
some
like
people
1,000.
are aroused by just like a bunch of people
Beards?
sitting in a circle talking.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wouldn't that
and
be a weird
beards.
fit? You're like,
Pretty chill. It's full-length
Yeah.
movies. We get
Just like
found all in
podcast
that thing.
porn, like, oh yeah, you talk about current events.
yeah. They're like, oh, I love your
This
beards.
guy's mad vibing outside.
Yeah, weird. Is he? That's crazy. What the fuck? Yeah, we get some,
Follow us everywhere. Please follow us everywhere. Stitcher,
a train
Instagram,
wreck.
Facebook, Twitter, everything. Intergalactic Interviews.
.com. And we're really, again, very thankful for our sponsors, Flow
Where can they
House.
find you, Jamie?
Oh, they can find me at MD_Boomsday, and that's fucking, I was going to say Intergalactic. That's
close.
Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram, all that. How can they find you, Michael?
You can follow me on Twitter at the Saavedra or Michael A. Saavedra on Instagram.
C-Mart, do you think, no. C-Mart says don't bother. And
12th week in a row.
Honestly, his real answer, don't bother. And how can people follow you, Haley?
I'm on Twitter at HayleyCB. That's HayleyCbee. And I'm also on Instagram at Hayley B. And that's HEY.LEE.BE.
We got to uniform these names.
I
yo.
know it's
We will
like
put
why do
these all in
I
the show
do
notes.
this?
So
Like,
it's just you can just say it and then
Yeah.
we'll put it in there for everybody.
Okay.
I'll make sure there's links to all this stuff and all the episode stuff.
yeah.
Cameron, you using the internet?
I'm on the Snapchats.
Okay, here we
and
go.
the Instagrams at CAALKE.
CALL.
CAA.
I already wasn't listening. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I got this guy right here.
I got here. Is CAALKE.
I'm gonna add Mr. Kennedy right now. This is the longest outro we've ever done this show.
Move it along, bud.
He only
Move it
ever
along.
Snapchats me though.
Right? Hey, you gotta get the.
Ew.
It's a good tool.
Ew.
Good relationship tool. Anyway, you guys are awesome. Thank you very much for your time this night. Say goodbye to these folks.
Bye.
Goodbye. And
Later.
we'll see you guys sometime next week.
Next week
Boom.
would be.
Yeah.